John, and I want to talk to you about something that is really critical for success. It's the power of repetition. When I was 16, 17 years old, I was on the Junior Canadian National Basketball team. And even though I'd made it to a fairly decent level of success in basketball, which at the time I hoped I was going to be a basketball star and play in the NBA, I always wondered why our coaches made us do, layups and free throws over and over and over and over again. After all, we were playing really well and we knew how to do a layup. We knew how to, throw a free throw. And what I realized many years later was that the power of repetition, of repeating the fundamentals and the basics, really starts to create this neural pattern that develops something called automaticity in the brain. And when you repeat something over and over again, you develop this automatic pattern that makes it easy for your brain to have the thoughts, the emotions, and the behavior without you thinking about it. And so repetition is one of the key factors for achieving success. However, there's an old saying that says, practice makes perfect. I don't agree with that. Practice doesn't make perfect. The reason my coaches, and every coach in sports and music or dance or any of the different facets of life that require advancement, doesn't teach his or her student to practice, a master or an expert teaches his or her students to practice the perfect moves over and over again. And when you practice perfectly, then you develop the automaticity for you to be able to do it on demand whenever you want. Out of a dead sleep, you're able to perform the act, or you're able to give the answer. So one of the keys to your success is to take a look at, are you doing the right things in the right order at the right time? And if you're not happy with your results, chances are that either what you're doing is wrong, how you're doing it is wrong, when you're doing it may be wrong. You may have an out of place sequence within your behavior. And so repetition is great. Perfect practice around repetition is the best. And then you've got to make sure that you're doing the right things in the right order at the right time. What I'd love to do is invite you to take a look at our Mastering Your Mindset program, where we have some of the world's leading mindset experts teaching individuals like you and me how to master our mindset so that we can achieve our goals faster, live the lifestyles that we want to live, and more importantly, reduce the stress that it takes to achieve success. There's information on this page below, and remember, perfect practice is what makes perfect.